Solar Plastics has been a client of the Platinum Group over many years, and we have served them in different capacities over this time period. Our first engagement was to help the company grow. They are a rotational molder of large hollow objects, tanks primarily, that can have very funny shapes: gas tanks, oil tanks, fuel, chemical tanks. Their need for help was in growing their sales. To map out their sales process, help them understand the steps, and when one step was completed, what that necessarily led to, and how the initial work by a salesperson needed to get handed cleanly into the hands of engineering, how engineering then needed to work with procurement, and in doing these step-by-step follow-throughs, there was a need for tracking the information, containing that in a way that would be easily accessible. By that analysis, we were able to do an 80-20 breakdown, the 80% of revenue that came from 20% of their customers, and to focus on paying attention, being more attentive, showing up more often, talking to, visiting these 20% of customers that do 80% of the volume. We identified the importance of having people who are really good at paying attention to the customer and people who are really good at paying attention to the technical needs of each design. That ended up in the formation of a sales team and an engineering team. Those two teams learned how to work together, and it became a bit of a contest, and they had a lot of fun, almost competing with each other in order to see who could move the product along the fastest and do the best job with the customer. We ended up by describing what an ideal customer looked like. And so what that led to over the next 6 months was a ranking of all of the major customers on how well they fit the ideal customer prototype. And it led to a conscious reduction in the number of customers. We were able to see a significant improvement in the company's profit performance because more of the business that was taken in and manufactured and delivered was good product without rework, without customer complaints, without reshipments. A third area that we helped Solar Plastics was in their manufacturing operations. We reviewed all of the workforce, the people who were on the floor producing products, and we quickly identified there were a handful of people that were very skilled at putting out the best product. We had them become the teachers, and it was a real privilege for them to be put in front of their peers and to be given an opportunity to be the expert among their buddies out on the shop floor. We saw in the working environment of the shop, there were a lot of scrap and just generally messy housekeeping. To bring that into clear focus, it moved the standard from messy to clean with a place for things. It also works well when you bring new customers into your manufacturing environment. That is the kind of business that they want to work with. So we engaged with them not once, not twice, but 3 different years to help them each year do a long-range strategic plan. And so by doing good work and maintaining a positive and interactive relationship, we've been invited to help them in different capacities. The nice thing about doing work with Solar Plastics is they remember who Platinum is, what we have done in the past. They think of us and call us back.